That's great. Yeah, that's fine. Here we're live. Guys, hold on. Let me share the YouTube stream. One moment. I should have done it before, but they will give me a community strike if I did that because of the music. You can't play that on YouTube. It violates YouTube terms and services. So to avoid stories that touch. So yeah, guys on YouTube, welcome. Thanks for joining me here on YouTube. Please, your name and where you're joining for. I can't see you like on Facebook, like always. Brothers and sisters, so in case if we are doing this thing and the stream ends here, please on the pinned comment is my YouTube account. You can click there to join. And please, when you get there, help me subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when we go live. So we'll enjoy this ride. Yeah, Luis Albert, welcome. Adi Bema Somad, some men. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the broadcast. Good evening, Laura. I thank you all. My brothers and sisters. See, you know this Leke Adeboye. You see the way he's sounding dumb to you. The way he sounds so fake to you. That was how his father sounded so fake and dumb to smart people when he was still coming up. And because it was not fought, no one challenged them, no one kicked against it, no one faced them, nobody exposed them. Then now many Nigerians are still afraid of their pastor, that they have the power to do them anything. Now imagine what it was like then. So as you listen to that video, I'm happy he did that video. You know why? Because not all Christians are brain dead. Some of them are just doing Christianity because of the indoctrination. It takes time for people to live that. I know what it took me to make that step, to make that bold step. And a lot of them don't know that that the single reason for which they refuse to leave Christianity was put there by design, i.e., the fear of going to hellfire. Believe me, if you can be able to convince a lot of them that there's nothing like hellfire, you explain it to them. The moment people begin to understand it, they'll start dumping this. So if you are a Christian watching me, guys, wait, let me do this now. If you're a Christian watching me, this is not attack on you. It's an attack on the brain system you were born in. It's no fault of your own. We were all there. Our parents did all that to us too. You are not the only person they lied to. They lied to each and every one of us. So there is no shame in you living that Christian. Forget what your people will say, your friends will say. Forget it. See, the pastors, they always, what it is? Projection. Direct opposite of what they are talking about. They will change the view. You, the victim, will now be looked at as the perpetrator. Then them themselves will become the victims. That's why you see even poor people fighting for a rich man. Please, at what point do you ask yourself that this guy, Mazi Chukwuka, between him and Adeboye, who is stronger like in the society, does Adeboye really need me to fight this guy? And do you people have been primed to serve as a wall, as a defense between us and those people? They know that they can't challenge us. They know there is most of the things we know. They know them, but they are just trying to take advantage of the naivety of the people to steal from them. Then, because we've been brainwashed into all this Christianity, we find out that when someone shouts in Jesus' name, That thing alone is the code, is the blocking code that will block every reasoning wave around you. That name, which they told you is a name above every other name, believe me, is true. Name above, if you shout my name, nobody gets apprehensive. You can't call my people with my name. But that one, we've been brainwashed and set up to fail. And these pastors understand it. So when the colonial masters were moving out, they themselves were strategizing. Now tell me, how many Pentecostal churches were there in Nigeria in 1959? How many? Can you name me a single Pentecostal church in Nigeria that was there in 1959? You can't trace me a single one. You can never trace, you can never name me one. Now, ask yourself, why is it so? It's because when the white men were still ruling us, they owned the monopoly on churches. All the churches you see are all these established churches. The closest you can get to one that is different is all this white garment church, which most of them, a lot of them got this thing from Ethiopia. Their origin came from Ethiopia. Are you seeing it? The other people, these pastors you see, are entrepreneurs. They know a good business opportunity when they see one. And I'm talking about Adeboye, Oyedepo, Kumuyi, whatever, each and every one of them. Look at Kumuyi, the most hypocritical man alive. This idiot robbed Nigerians of bright minds. When we were growing up, we have our friends, smart kids, smart cookies, that were members of the Deeper Life Church. We ourselves will watch movies and come explain, come tell them. A lot of them did not, although that television, maybe it was a good thing, but understand the reason why they told their people that's a sin. The guy that told them that is a sin to even own a television at home, now own a satellite cable company through which he preached. And these people, when they go to their church, no matter the branch, they will always play their GO's message. Guess where? On TV, on television. The same television they criticize, they told you not to use, in their churches, then they were still using it. Doesn't that tell you that these people are not playing by the rules they set for you? Please, that 8-minute video, I call it train wreck. In a sense society, that video alone is enough to sink that useless cemetery they call church, that redeemed Christian Church of Christ. Wait, I will play the video, then I'll be stopping it from time to time to analyze it, because I want to take it one step at a time. And guys, please, one more time, if this stream ends, join us on YouTube. The YouTube stream will not end because I'm running low on battery here. So let's go ahead. Let me play it. I will not show you the full this thing. Hold on. I see most of you have seen. A lot of you have seen the video. Watch, is this video I'm talking about. So I'm not going to show it. I will just be playing it and give my analysis. Yeah, you're just coming. No, you are kind of right on time, because we want to start playing the video. Now, pay attention, guys. I will analyze everything and expose all the falsehood, the lies they are lying to people, the lies they are telling our people. It's time to expose them. Now, watch how easy it is to dismantle these people. They are nothing, and they are not worth anything. They only thrive on the ignorance of the people. The very sight of a question You ask them, they will disappear. That's why they don't have debates. Yes. And when they want to debate, they are debating between a Christian and a Christian. Now, their own debate is usually whether they is Orthodox or Pentecostal or Evangelical. That's the best. Huh? Are you seeing it? Not whether what they are selling is true or not. Let's play the video.
Happy New Year once again. So I have to quickly do this video so I won't waste your time or waste mine. And loading can be 1 minute or less. First fruit increase, first fruit sacrifice, two different things. Okay, it's very simple. One is giving the increase that you get as an offering. So say you were being paid a salary of 500 naira last year, and by January 20 or any time throughout 2020, that's become 501 naira. You give that 1 naira as your increase. You will tithe your regular 500 as it is 10%, which will be 15 naira. But the one, you would just give it as an increase. That is the first fruit.
A thief. This is how you know a bloody thief. Do you see how much he started? 500 naira. Who are they paying? So he knows the people he's targeting. He knows the people he's targeting. That's why he's on social media. The other poor masses, his father has rinsed them. He has cleansed their brain, and he has given his pastors, his workers, I call them his factory workers. He has given them the order and what to do, what to say. So the poor people in the street is not the problem. Now he is targeting the big fish. He's targeting them, and he has to use a small money for you not to get apprehensive. So this is a poorly trained thief, because the tactic is just too open to see. Let's go on.
Increase. And the first fruit sacrifice, like Abraham did by putting Isaac up, is the whole thing. So you might choose to give your old January sacrifice, or your old January income, the whole thing. Is a salary, by the way, because this is in different levels, depending on your relationship with God, depending on your understanding and your depth that you have with God, or whatever agreement you have with God. This is personal, super personal. You don't even have to give anything. It's a sacrifice. You don't have to give anything. As sacrifices go, some people will remain there that don't sacrifice anything, but some people will sacrifice for them. You in Jesus had to die for the whole world. The whole world didn't come and die for I will start this. I'm trying not to use the word earnings, because that I have to explain that part depending on your depth of relationship with God. So you could give the whole of January salary as a.
So you give depending on the depthness of your relationship to God. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? This full investment. His father is counting his first quarter investment, and he's telling you first fruit harvest. Now, do you see why there will always be men of God and children of God? Because the men will always ride over the children. The men will always confuse the children. See, this is not a convoluted thing. It's very easy to discern. It's very easy. I don't know if you're paying attention. See, when they start telling you all this thing, forget what they're quoting from the Bible, or what that thing you are seeing is what they used to wire your brain to a place where you will accept whatever bullshit he is selling you. Now he told you Isaac and Abraham. There is no evidence that none of those people existed. They put that story in that book. For what reason? To prime you for this, for something like this. The people who wrote the Bible are not dumb. The people who wrote the Bible don't believe in this thing. Go and check what the Flavians and the Pisons were practicing when they were alive. The moment they were selling people this Christianity, they were introducing this Christianity to people. Go and check what they were practicing. Totally different. And that thing they were practicing then, as at today, it is still sophisticated to about 99.9% of the people in the world. Now imagine what people like that knew then. Something that is still too complex for majority of almost everyone in the world today to understand. So I want you to understand how far, how deep this is. It is not a simple thing. It is not simple. And mind you, these guys were able to confuse the people who were living as at then with them. They used force to convert people. And when they convert you by force, you have to remain there. After 2-3 generations, it will become a norm. Everybody will think it's normal. That is how we got to where we are today. So when you are listening to these people, assume that a con man, a thief, is trying to sell you a bridge in Sahara Desert. Whether you're going to buy it or not is left for you. Let's continue.
First increase of the month, or first income of the month of the year, of the first month of the year, and you give that them if you get the energy. Because some people were paid 19th of December, so there is no shishi, nothing remain right now. We are waiting for that salary.
You dey hear them? You dey hear them? You say we are waiting for that January salary. He told you he is waiting for it. Their asset managers are ready. Their property managers are ready. This is a very well-oiled machine. Are you hearing it? They are really waiting for that money, and they are not waiting for it to help people with. No. Just to keep feeding fat. Now imagine, do you see how ask yourself, you Christians that give these people money, ask yourself, who are they giving theirs to? Who? These guys are this Redeemed Christian Church of Christ. That church is one of the most evil, the most wicked, one of the most evil, the most wicked. These guys know they are lying to people, and they love money so much that they are willing and ready to let Africa continue wallowing in poverty. When you people are listening to them tell you that the government, this government, they are the ones working for the government. They are all together. The only reason they are talking against Buhari is because the man know the drop. He know the drop, and be the thing, and he cancelled all these their pilgrimage jamboree. He told states to go and handle it on state level, and many states don't want to do it again. Lagos, from under Ambode, I don't know how Ambode ruled. I never lived under a city he managed, but that thing alone, I thank him for that. I thank him for taking that bold step, even though he collapsed under Tinubu, to show that it's a win. But that's a story for another day. Let's go on.
For that job, it has to happen. Anyway, so that aside, but depending on your level, say you're a business owner like my wife is, and all of that, our first increase after paying Lagos State taxes, sorry, not tithe.
Do you see how the truth slipped? He said, I'm done paying Lagos State tax, to show you that tithe is tax, is taxation. Taxation for doing nothing. Free money. They might as well buy a money printing machine. Free money. You hear when he called it tax. They are taxing you. The problem, the difference between them and the government is that the government are too dumb. They are stupid. They are not intelligent. They've not confused you well enough to give it willingly. But these ones, they've done their homework. They don't need to come and force you. That's why you see the people that are going to pay that tax from his mouth, not mine. Sometimes you don't know when the truth will slip from your mouth. Let me go back a little for you to hear it again. Pay attention. He said tax, tithes. Let's go back a little. Hold on.
Like we are waiting for rapture. It has to happen. Anyway, so that.
By the way, he said they are waiting for your money like rapture. Let me still go a little behind. They are waiting for your money like rapture. After that, then wait for when he talked about Lagos. He said Lagos State tithe, tax. He said, are you hearing me? Watch.
First month of the year, and you give that. Then, if you get the energy, because some people were paid 19th of December, so there is no shishi, nothing remain right now. We are waiting for that January salary, like we are waiting for rapture. It has to happen. Anyway, so that aside, but depending on your level, say you're a business owner like my wife is, and all of that, our first increase after paying Lagos State taxes, sorry, not tithes, and paying all the stuff. So she might want to give the earnings, maybe all of it, even before the taxes and all of that, for the first day of January as a business owner, all of it, or the first week, as in everything she earns in the first week. So the first day might be 5,000 naira they made in the store. The whole week might be 50,000 naira they made from the store. Now she might want to give the first 2 weeks, which is 100K, or she might want
to who? Huh? She gave $1 million, $1 billion to who? It's like me spraying myself 1 billion naira when I'm hosting an occasion. No matter how much I shower on myself, it's still my money. Some Christians are so dumb that they will tell you how much our daddy GO pays in tithe. Our daddy GO pays 10 million naira in tithe. From who to who? Taking from John to pay John. If he gave, see, if this guy paid a tithe of $500,000 and you paid a tithe of $1, you paid more than him. And now you the loss. Because the thing went back to him. I don't know. This guy, is he dumb? I called him Primark Adeboye. Please, we'll be calling him Primark or Walmart Adeboye, sorry. Primark or Walmart Adeboye, discount Adeboye, poor man's Adeboye, cheap Adeboye, evening market price Adeboye, cut down price Adeboye. That's what, choose anyone, pick anyone. The cheap Adeboye, Awarawa Adeboye, Tokumba Adeboye. This is it. Please let them not stop putting this guy before the camera. Please give him a mic and a microphone and a camera. Let him keep talking. By the time this guy talks for a year, by the time he talks for a year, believe me, a lot of people from he will just free their church members by himself, not me. With his own hands, he will set the people free, because how don't you not see this fraud? How don't you see this fraud? Soon the father will tell you that the man of God is doing this one, that the Lord will call his servant, may call his servant at any time, that he'll be waiting for the Lord to reveal who the successor will be. At the end of the day, the Lord will still reveal that his son will be the successor. Go check it. At the end of the day, the Holy Spirit will still minister to him that one of his children will be the successor. The same thing Tinubu's sister told us. When the mother died, she said that the mother came to her in the dream and told her that she will be the Iyaloja of Lagos. Was I expecting your mother? Why are you breaking the news to me? Was I expecting your mother to come out and tell me that my own mother or my sister would replace her as the Iyaloja of Lagos? The same thing with this one. Same thing. System. Same thing. Jen Molok, welcome. Same thing. Let's continue.
This is just, I'm just speaking, yes, you know the English word. Or she might want to give for the whole first 3 weeks or the first 4 weeks or the whole of January, what they make, as in absolutely everything. Depending on your level of relationship, some people, it would be just the profit that they would give. To some, it is inclusive of all the sales, and they'll go and find another way to pay the taxes for the month and pay the staff salary from the month. And
are you hearing? You give all the sales, then go find a way to pay the staff salaries. And just are you seeing it? Where do this fool get off? Are you, as a big, look at what they are telling you, their members who are business people, business owners. How is this not killing someone's business? Kakanedo, welcome. No, you are not very late. Are you hearing it? And the worst, see, I am not, the people who've hurt me in life are from my own side, my own people, mostly closely related people. So understand what I'm saying. Igbo man, and any Igbo man that still attends this church is an idiot. Not because he's a Yoruba man, no. It's because we are businessmen. No, it's a video, sir. It's a video. I don't want to show it. I'm live on YouTube, so they don't give me a community strike. I will send you later. As an Igbo man, your people have done business for how many? For centuries, for millennia. Somehow, you've been succeeding. You've been progressing. Business started failing. Go and check when business started failing like there is no tomorrow. It started with the proliferation of churches. Are you seeing what they are telling a businessman? Give whatever you earn, then go and find a way to pay your workers. If this is not making your blood boil, please, I need a dosage of whatever you're taking, because my head is spinning. My head is spinning. Shit. How can they shameless? Are they that obnoxious? These snobs, they have no regard, respect for no respect for the people they are talking to. Are you getting it? Do you see why it seems that I'm talking with anger? Because I don't know if you people don't get this message why I'm getting it. Do I have a deep-seated hatred for these people? Yes, you're right. Am I fighting against the church? Yes, you are 100% right and more. Tell me how you let this thing go. John Moro, John Philip, welcome. Take cuts. Wamiata, thank you. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? What exactly is wrong with these fools? When you are talking about the people that are destroying the society, it's these people. These people are as dangerous as Boko Haram, because if they are not telling people this nonsense and the people have to work and be practical, believe me, no one will be. Many people in the north died in the church. They went there to pray for protection from Boko Haram. Guess where they got killed? There. All thanks to these fools and the things they've done to the minds of our people. These guys should be hanging from the nearest pole. anywhere they are seen. They are not robbing one person, and they are not robbing you of your salary or your car. They are robbing you of your very existence. You go out every day thinking that there is hellfire somewhere or there is heaven somewhere. There is none of that. Everything is allegorical. Hell is a state of mind. Heaven is a state of mind. Chukwuka, why would you say that thing? Are you telling me that they can lie to us? Yes. Are you telling me that I've been lied to? You've been lied to. And to enjoy life, life without Christ is life in crisis. No, life in Christ is life in crisis. Life in your Christ is life in crisis, because you are moving around every day thinking about hellfire or heaven. I used to be like that. I used to think like that. Do you know why I don't have stress? Look at me. See how I'm shining. I am not paying anyone any tithe. When you see, let us continue, please.
Pay whatever else for the month, and all the other bills, depending on your own level of relationship with God and what it is that you are willing to sacrifice. Hence the word sacrifice. Yeah. So on that one, I mean levels. If I say expense, some people might pay the whole month's earnings, and then still want to pay the tithe of that month from somewhere else. For those who are financially well planned, that don't depend.
Not as if it is not enough. Now you have to go and borrow again for shit. Mind you, there are people who will go and borrow to do this thing. People who are supposed to invest their money in business will be. I don't know you, these people. Wait. Ugota Basil, you are an idiot. Look at the fool. We are trying to wake up. Look at the fool we are trying to wake up. Fuck off from this page. Since you are an idiot. Are you seeing what we are talking about? Someone you are exposing fraud to is here abusing his father's dick. Is here making an ass of himself. Are you see? Can you see it? Name the devil and watch him come. Just the thing. What we are still talking about here, the idiot is now solidifying our stance. Thank you for proving us right. Are you hearing me? Basil, look at your name, by the way. What's the meaning of that name? You don't know. Thanks for proving our point.
On salary, or that know what they have been doing since they've been doing the do. Yeah. For some of us that work for a charity organization, and we get paid charity money, and they actually tithe it from the source. And
church is charity anyway. You don't sell anything.
January, in some cases, might also be nice, for those who can handle it. But then some people might get, a love offering, a gift from someone like, oh, you did very well during December. I liked how you dressed, or I liked your sunglasses, or how your team worked, or whatever. The first of that one, you can give it all as a sacrifice too. It's a personal relationship thing. Don't come and meet me and say, Leke said, this is personal. I've been getting all sorts of questions. When it comes to money, the way Africans ask questions, you would think that they will die. When it comes to this money issue, anyway, so I'm just answering back in the nicest, polite, the most polite manner that I know how to be polite. Some of us, our bond is born against. So we are against any unseriousness in life. So since you sent me a message, I'm only replying. So you have a full understanding now. I've gone to ask the elders, and they've explained it to me. That's what I did all afternoon today. Because even me too, I need to know. I really need to know. I have school fees, I have all of that one. But thank God I'm learning now to, plan myself so that, January doesn't hit us, bam, like it's hitting some people. All those who went to have 30 or whatever December, where January, it's cold. It's cold. Harmattan everywhere. It's cold in January. So anyway, I've used almost 7.
He lost his chain of thought. Please, if you can make sense of that last 30 seconds, let me know. He lost his chain of thought. He's confused. And that time, he started looking. At a point, he started looking. Later, he did as if he was checking time. Go watch the video again. Even I think his handler was there when he was making the video. Let's go back again. Just see if what he said in the if I signal, you just start paying attention. Now, at the end of the day, tell me whether what he said there makes sense or not. He's confused. He lost his chain of thought. Let's go back a little. Hold on.
December, where January is cold. It's cold. Harmattan everywhere. It's cold in January. Nicest, polite, the most polite manner that I know how to be polite. Some of us, our bond is born against. So we are against any unseriousness in life. So since you sent me a message, I'm only replying. So you have a full understanding now. I've gone to ask the elders and they've explained it to me. That's what I did all afternoon today. Because even me too, I need to know. I really need to know. I have school fees, I have all of that one. But thank God I'm learning now to myself so that January doesn't hit us.
Now
like
start.
It's hitting some people. Well, those who went to have DT or whatever December, where January is cold. It's cold. Harmattan everywhere. It's cold in January. So anyway, I've used almost 7 minutes explaining this. I hope you get it. There's an increase part. There's a sacrifice part. The increase can come at any time of the year, across the year. It's not everybody.
Now, are you seeing it? That the increase can come at any time of the year. Just tell me somebody that will be doing business this year that will not get a breakthrough sometime this year. How about you start telling the people when it will happen? How about you start? Are you seeing this? These are the fools that will never ever get the people off their couch to go protest against the government. They have the power, they have the space, they have the platform to make a change. Look, are you paying attention? That it may come at any time of course, when I'm working, it will come at any time of the year. Even Yahoo people when they do Yahoo not say if you enter anytime. So you are not breaking any news, foolish man. Leke Adeboye, Primark and Walmart Adeboye. You are not breaking any news. Let's go back a little. This is the end of it's like 1 minute remaining.
January is cold. It's cold. Harmattan everywhere. It's cold in January. So anyway, I've used almost 7 minutes explaining this. I hope you get it. There's an increase part. There's a sacrifice part. The increase can come at any time of the year, across the year. It's not everybody that's going to get a raise. I wish I'm getting a raise. Hint, if they are watching. So you pay tax on the regular income. You only give the increase of your salary or your earnings as a first fruit. The first fruit sacrifice is when you just give the whole thing. As your account to be like 0.00 minus 00. And then depending on which level your relationships is with God or what you're trying to achieve in the year. I have goals. One of them was scary. I'm trying to save up my age that will be this year as my savings for this year. That's just one of my goals. And I'm not talking 1,000. God will help me, because I don't even know where that is coming from. But at least, hey, if I ain't high, really high, I might just be on one of those Elon Musk space shuttles going to space, man. Peace. Have a good year in Jesus' name, and great memories, wonderful things. God bless you. 8 minutes, Leke. God, I'm blessing.
Are you seeing it? Look at his dream for the year. I told you, give this guy a microphone and a camera for 1 year. Put him before a camera, get him to continue talking. If this guy can talk like this every day for a year, believe me, their church will run empty. This is a train wreck. This is a train wreck of a video. They are now exposing themselves, and they've had a good and easy run because the people who are supposed to police them are not policing them. The media that is supposed to expose them did not expose them. Why? Because they are renting airtime on their platforms. Before they built their own system, even now that they have their own channels, still go to, you turn on your television to get informed on what's happening. The same thing you run away from in the market is the same thing you are going to see in your street. You run away from your street, you run inside the house to watch television. The same thing is there. The same thing is there. Now you saw what he said his plan is, that you fly like Elon Musk. How many of their church members know Elon Musk? How many of them know who Elon Musk is? Now his dream is to go fly to space, while there are people who haven't even eaten anything. People who've not had 3 square meal there are people that in a month they don't have 3 square meal for up to maybe 5 times. 5 times they don't. The needs of the church members are different from the needs of the church owners. Yes, they are living in 2 diametrically opposed worlds, because this side is funding this side, the many feeding the few. Where else have you seen that? In the government. In the government, that's the only next place you see that type of thing. Is it becoming clear? And he told them that some of you will get the blessing, some won't. Guess what? Breaking news. I have where you will put your money and you must get it. Where you put, he said some will get, some won't. You see that money, invest it in business, you must get it. Make sure you invest it in a business you know how far. Invest in palm oil. Store crayfish. Buy all these food. Invest in food. Check if the price is high or low. Now, if the price is low, please take like 1.5 million or 2 million naira. Buy it, store it somewhere. 4 months, bring it out and sell it. Bring it out. The money you will make. This is not a matter of the blessing will come or you will not come. This is guaranteed to come. Tithing is not an investment, no matter what they told you. Offering is not an investment, no matter how they lie to you, how they gaslight you. It is not an investment. You are just buying a mansion in the sky. That is what you're doing. You might as well pay someone for an oceanfront property in Sokoto. You might as well buy an airport in Nigeria. Are you seeing it? These guys are crooks. They are criminals. They are robbing the people and they don't care what they do to the minds of the people as long as the money is coming. As long as the money is coming. Are you seeing the type of heart, the type of evil in the hearts of these men? Everyone is out to devour his brother. They believe that if you don't eat your brother, you won't grow fat. Who told you? Who told you? Who told you that? Well, this type of one, you don't teach this type of people, no. This type of people, you don't teach them. Who did I block? Or did I block the wrong person? Okay, you see, man. I blocked the idiot. There are people you can never save. That one, his brain has been fried. He is not even willing to check whether this thing you're saying is true or not. They don't even want to challenge their their ideology. Orthodoxy is very dangerous, because when you see someone like that programmed that way, he's like a mechanical tool. It's like a mechanical tool. The way he was shaped to function, that's the way you function. Every other, nothing else gets in. Nothing else gets in. And they will be stupidly telling you that, is it your money? Is it this? Is it that? Yeah, it's not my money, but you fools are the reason the country is the way it is. The reason the continent is the way it is. In 2020, Africans are still manufacturing prayer points. Iran stood down America in the Persian Gulf. Forget the nonsense the media is telling you. A more religious country stood down the world power, one of the world powers, because it's no longer one. China and Russia are there. India is not a pushover anywhere, but not up to the standard of Russia and China. Are you seeing it? In a year, the Middle East is sending America packing from their place. We are there praying. For how long are we going to do this? Mind you, the Americans and these Europeans, they brought you that Christianity. You're there manufacturing prayer points. They're there manufacturing new weapons, laser weapons, nuclear weapons. Supersonic jet is now outdated. I went to an air show. Bro, I saw a supersonic jet. Now there is a powersonic jet. I've not seen that one physically. Now imagine if a supersonic jet is this way, how would that one be? How would that one be? Are you seeing it? Are you getting? And you're trying to teach the people that they are lying to them. Tell them that they are lying to them. They don't want to know, because they've shut out critical thinking. They have no bullshit dictator. Please, everybody, install your bullshit dictator and always upgrade. Always upgrade your bullshit dictator. That's why when you see this thing, you detect it to be BS, to be bullshit. The reason they are doing this is no one has been able to take this their thing they're doing and analyze it one after the other, break it down one by one. I hope this message inspires someone with a bigger platform, like a journalist. If you are willing to challenge, because these journalists are the one of the most evil people in Africa are these journalists, because a lot of them know the truth. They will take money and sell it. Yes, I know what I'm telling you. That's on YouTube. Okakano, you take it too far. Just look at common Luanda today. Yes, Angola. Look at Angola. It's true, my brother. It's true. Criminals will always give back to criminals because it is deep rooted in the DNA. Of course. Business church. Yes, church business. Luanda is one of the best countries in Africa today. One of the best cities in Africa today. Yes, in Angola. Okay, you're talking about Rwanda. Okay, Rwanda. I thought you were talking about Luanda, the city in Angola. Rwanda, look at Paul Kagame. Close down the churches, close down more. Even the Catholic Church are fighting him. The Americans are fighting. During the election, they started, religious rights. This, who bloody fuck off. Bloody wear off. What do you mean by that? How many African shrines are in your place? How many? Get the fuck out of here. Wear off. Black off. What sort of rubbish is this? At what point do people begin to get it? Yes, Okakane, that I noticed. At what point do people look at these men and give them the middle finger? They'll be in the church listening to it. See, I'm a church goer. Believe me, there is no church I didn't attend. And I can tell you this, a lot of them know that what they are feeding them are just lies, but they will not say anything. At the end of the church, at the end of the church service, you go outside, you ask someone, they tell you, God, the way God, man, I leave them with God. What God? Stand up and ask questions. Those of them that know me here, those days, when I was attending Mountain of Fire, I will go there doing their Bible study. I will ask one question. All of them will laugh. I'm like, what? I will tell them this thing in the Bible. How did God did this one and do this one? And we found out that even the pastors, see, those days they were avoiding me like a plague. When they want to take questions, if I raise my hand, believe me, they will call other people and they do everything they would to avoid me. And when I push for, they say, hey, man, your own this thing, it takes long. We don't have time. The Bible study is almost over. And that was when I said, hey, these guys, they know what they're doing. Maybe the other people are right. Then I started researching. I started thinking for myself. Unlike Miley Cyrus, I was not born this way. I grew up into it 5-6 years ago. So you too can do it. Go on a journey, on a spiritual journey. Are you seeing it? Wake up. One wake one. One teach one. Don't wait until you teach 1 million people. Start from one person and get the person to wake one person. It's very easy. And their system will collapse. The system will collapse. The pastors and the imams are criminals. Of course they are. Do you need any prophet to tell you that one too? Do you need a prophet to tell you that one? Eh? Do you need a prophet to tell you that? You don't. Please, guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's there on the pinned comment. ACB Live, and I have a Facebook page with the same name too. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Help me build it up. It's a new one, and the page is the same thing, but I didn't pin the page. Click on the link there. It will lead you straight to my YouTube channel. You go there, you subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. You don't need to be watching there. You can just subscribe. I need to get the number up. It's just 630. I need to get it to up to 1,000 at least. Please, if you love what you're hearing, if you love the message, that is how you support me. That's how you support me, by sharing this video, by subscribing, by waking the people up. One person will not do this. I may not be here tomorrow. No one knows their expiry dates. Our expiry date, you see how goods are wrapped, the expiry dates are put behind it. The goods inside don't even know what the expiry dates on the outside says. That's how we all are. I don't know when I'm gonna go. And I mean transitioning. It could be anytime. And if we are only a few, it will be easy for them to destroy us. So keep teaching many, they can't do anything. If you need anything to explain it to you better, look at what's happening in the Middle East. The whole people, they woke up, the West can't do jack shit. The Europeans understand it. That is how we are going to fight these people. Kings and Obas, don't worry, we'll come for them one day. We will do the one for the kings and Obas. They will later explain themselves. You see, all those kings, all those Obas, this and that, they are all liars. Those monarchies you are seeing, they are all colonial institutions. When you're talking about colonial institutions, your kings are there, your Obas are there, the church is there. Each and every one we just mentioned now have served as the ruling formula. throughout history, throughout human history. That's to show you that everything you see, anything they tell you that is classical something, it means genetically modified. Classical Christianity, classical religion, it means man-made. That's another name for it. That's just a bad way to spell man-made. All those things are made by man. That's why your king will be telling you that in so time, so this thing, that Ledumare came down and gave them a staff. That is, it's a lie, bloody lie. The same thing, it sounds like the same thing they tell you in the church. Same thing. Same. Listen, Africans created religion first. Religion started in Africa and by Africans. Forget what any other person is telling you. So thanks for bringing up that topic. And guys, if you have any topic you think we'll be doing, just sometimes you mention it under comment sections or just on my listing. You bring it up. We discuss it. No holds barred. We discuss every topic and analyze it to the letter to show them what consciousness means. Consciousness means you have an idea of every damn thing. This thing they are telling you, you can't know it all. Who told you? If you, according to Ben Carson, now this is not a jackhead like me talking. This is not a reefer head like me talking now. And it's not the wheat talking. It's Ben Carson, a neurosurgeon. He said, if you are learning a single thing every second, a new thing every second, it will take your brain 4 billion years to fill up. Do you know what that means? If you are learning one new thing every second, it will take your brain 4 billion years to be saturated, to get to the point of saturation. Now imagine what that means. It means your brain can know a lot of things. Don't say that this one is for engineers, this one. See, I've debated an engineer and floored him. All you don't need those certificates to know them. You can educate yourself. You can self-education. And if you are confused, you ask questions to like minds. And they will help you. That's how we up into this. And I think we'll open a group. I will open it will be a closed group. In fact, our videos, if you are not a part of the group, we are not going to come there. We will vent you. We will see whether you are supposed to be listening to such message, because we are going to go esoterical this time around. Yeah, no time. And we're gonna hit them from every corner. We'll be firing on all cylinders. So my people, thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. Guys on YouTube, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me, guys. I'll be ending it right now and play the battery lasted. Thanks. Let me end the YouTube stream.